Hey everybody.
Hi.
We hope you're having a wonderful New Year's. By the time you see this, it'll be 2018.
Yeah.
And so we thought we would just do this week's video, a little recap of what we've been doing this past week. But right now we're in downtown Celebration, Florida. But Patty, I think it might be better if we do this video back at the trailer. So you mind snapping your fingers so we can teleport back to there?
Sure.
Great job, Patty.
It was all in the fingers.
All in the fingers. Now we're back in our trailer. Now, some of you may be thinking, that is not your trailer.
You're right.
You're right. So
This is not Buzz.
Yes. So let's bring you up to speed on what's been going on. So we left Indiana on Friday the 22nd.
Yep.
And in terms of Buzz, the refrigerator, if you remember, I had parts installed. Some of you probably saw the update, and it wasn't working. Well, when we got here, I went ahead and turned it on propane and to use it. Over on the third day, and reminding you that we were not moving, hi Delaney, it heated up. So it's not, as I've tried to tell, and nobody at Jayco or Norco wants to help us, or the dealership, it's an issue with the refrigerator. And so even just setting, it would just heat up after 3 days. And so we came home and found our food at 60 degrees. Yeah. So we ended up driving to a dealership in Lakeland, Florida, Gerveni's World of RV, Lakeland, Florida. Yeah. I think that's right.
Yeah.
And we were looking at the Tab 400s, which we've been eyeing for, actually before we bought Buzz.
Right. Yeah.
And we had a trailer, as many of you know, here in Florida that I wanted to get rid of this trip because we were paying lot rent and it just wasn't getting used. My father wasn't coming down. Originally it was put here so he would have a place after my mom died that he could come in the winter, and he's used it less and less each year, and he wasn't going to use it all this year. So we didn't really think it was feasible to do a trade, but we started talking with the salesman and then the manager, and it ended up being feasible. And so we have traded in Buzz and our Florida trailer, and we now have a brand new Tab 400. Named Carl. And if you're wondering, welcome to Carl. The reason we named it Carl, for a couple of reasons. When I saw the Tab on the lot, it was white with black exterior. And I don't know why, but one of my favorite movies is Disney's Up. And the main character, the older gentleman's name is Carl, and he has those big black glasses. And I just saw it, and I said to Patty, I'm like, it looks like Carl from Up. And we played around with names for a couple days. I don't even remember what some of the others were. But Astro, because it kind of has that space age look. But we both agreed Carl just rolled off the tips of our tongue. And if you've seen the movie Up, that's really us. We want to go out on adventures like Carl did. And so we've named the trailer Carl. We'll definitely be having review video at some point. Probably isn't going to be till spring, because once we get home, we're going to have to put this thing into storage.
Since it's frigid at home.
So, but I will tell you what we really like about this trailer. And like I said, please understand, we loved our Hummingbird for the past year. We just became very frustrated with Jayco. And in addition to the refrigerator not working properly, we were starting to have some other issues with it. Just some construction that where things were starting to fall apart already. And so we loved the trailer, but it was time to move on to something new. And so we're excited. We love some of the features on this trailer. It has, and for those of you who didn't know, our very first camper was a Tab. And so we know the build quality on these is very high. We love the fact that it has a CoolCat ducted air conditioning system, so it's so much quieter than what we had in our Jayco. And it has a heat pump, so you can have heat off of that CoolCat, running electric without propane. It has radiant heat. It has the Aldi heating system for heat and hot water. And so we're told that the floors will actually feel heated, and the shower floor will feel heated. We haven't experimented too much with it. We've only been in the trailer now for a couple days. So those are things that we really like. The refrigerator in this trailer is a little bit smaller, not a whole lot smaller. I believe it's still 2.7 cubic feet. It looks small on the outside, but it's a really deep refrigerator. And already it's keeping things cold.
Yeah.
But one of the real pluses is there's no propane. It's a two-way refrigerator that runs on shore power or 12 volt. And so it'll just run off of our battery. This trailer came installed with I believe it's like a 225 amp hour AGM battery. And so we're all set up for boondocking, and the dealership installed a direct link for me to my solar panel. So that's going to be nice.
Sure.
I don't know, is there anything else that, besides the styling, the Euro styling, real wood, the cabinets,
just the way it's built.
Just the way it's built, the joints are actually joined versus just butting them up and putting a screw in. These are like what you would find in your home.
Right.
So, yeah, it cost us a lot of money, I'm not going to lie. But we think that number one, tabs tend to hold their value, kind of similar to what Airstreams have done. And so we're really excited about that. Also, we had a great time hanging out with my sister's family and her family, my brother-in-law and niece and nephew and my dad on Christmas, and my uncle came up. We've got to hang out with my cousin and my Uncle Larry and Aunt Zan on this trip.
Fun.
We've had a really good time. But Christmas Day, Patty, you want to...
We had a scare. We had been up to the family for Christmas and spent most of the day. And about 3, we thought, we need to go back and check on Sis. She was in the camper. So we came back, and they had given her gifts, so we, and ours. And so we let her open her gifts, and she was running around and eating. We had given her some meat, and then all of a sudden she starts barking, and we look, and her nose is bleeding profusely. She had a nosebleed in Vermont. And when, just like a human, we got it stopped within a couple minutes or whatever. But this wouldn't stop. We were trying to get her to hold, get her held and get it stopped, and it just kept going. I don't know how long it was. But
I don't know. It felt like an eternity.
Felt like
but
forever.
Probably at least 20 minutes.
And when she'd sneeze, because she was trying to
Just
get it out,
spray
it would just go
everywhere.
everywhere. So we had, luckily, some old sheets that we were using, and so luckily we got, thinking that we got to get some help. So I just Googled, and there was luckily 20 minutes away an emergency vet hospital, and I called, and they said bring her down. So we got there, and luckily they gave her, is it epinephrine?
Epinephrine in her nose to
and
stop the bleeding, which took longer than they had anticipated. And I'll be honest, when we were there, we both thought maybe we were going to be forced to make a decision on Christmas night about her future.
And they ask everybody, just like a person, I guess, when you come into the emergency room, if they have to do, if she goes into cardiac arrest, what do you want to do? And I'm like, oh my goodness. I didn't think I'd have to think about that, but we thought on even the ride there that we might be losing her, because she got real calm and almost was closing her eyes, and I thought, this is it.
Yeah.
So we're glad she's still with us. She's on our
They
herbal
put her on an
supplement.
herbal for bleeding cancer in pets. And actually, since that night, she has not bled any. She seems to be doing well. In fact, even in the last couple of days, her energy level seems to be up. She's running around outside, and tonight we went out to dinner. She literally, we said we're going to go out to dinner. She wouldn't let us leave.
She
ran out to the car
door
and stood there. So we took
there.
her to dinner, and she strutted right down Main Street of Celebration, or Front Street.
Yeah.
And but it was pretty scary, and we realized, that
Our time is probably
and so
limited
we've
with her.
really after that night at the vet, we didn't leave her alone or out of our sight for probably 4 or 5 days, maybe 3 days.
I just was afraid that what if it happened and we were gone.
Yeah. So that was scary, because again, I think we both thought Christmas night we were losing her.
Yeah, and even the nurses were like, let's get it stopped, and then you can have tonight.
Yeah, I mean, literally, that's what they were saying was, take her home, love on her tonight, and tomorrow morning you make a decision. Well, the thing was, the next morning she seemed fine, and we kind of just watched her as the day went on, and we're like, okay, this doesn't act like a dog that's ready to leave us.
Right.
And so each day's gone by. So when we get home, we're going to be making a vet visit again, get another checkup, I guess, and see where she's at and what kind of treatments we want going forward.
Yeah, because we just want her quality of life to be good. We don't want her to be in pain, and she's not right now. So that's what we want for her. And she was spunky a second ago, but now she's going to sleep down here. So.
All right. I think that's everything. So we've had a really nice holiday. The weather's been beautiful here in Central Florida. Yep. We have a new trailer to take home. Yep. Delaney gave us a scare, but she's doing great. And we still have another week left here, or about 5 days left.
Right.
And then we'll winterize the camper. We're going to be forced to winterize the camper before we leave, because anything north of here, it looks like by Friday the temperature's below freezing. So we don't know whether we're going to stay in this on the way home, because we won't drive straight through. But it would be winterized, so we'll need to use bathhouses if we do that. Or
we'll get a
so
hotel.
Walmart will be out.
Yeah.
Or we will get a hotel.
Yep.
So
yep.
Anyway, we hope you have had a wonderful holiday with your families and friends. Thank you from Patty and Delaney and myself for making 2017 an amazing first year on YouTube. Yeah. We went over 100,000 views this past week. We're over 700 subscribers strong, and we appreciate each and every one of you that follows us and tunes in and gives us the encouragement to keep filming these videos. And we are excited about 2018.
Yep. You never know what's going to come.
Never know what's going to come, but we're going to take it one day at a time and just enjoy it. And so, anything else?
Nope, I just think everyone should have a Happy New Year.
All right. Until next year, we'll see everybody on down the road. Good night.
Good night.